Janice McLean. I'm host of Entrepreneur's Edge TV, which is a television program about small business and entrepreneurship. Starting a business is not as easy as we think it is. It really is work. Entrepreneur's Edge was born mostly, again, and I'll go back to my prior business, which was pantyhose vending machines. And you know, I was an entrepreneur, and initially my ex-husband and I did my first show, and we taped it out of the frustrations and the problems that I was having with getting the pantyhose business off the ground. And so when I did my first show, it was about resources and entrepreneurship and learning how to make things better for small businesses and entrepreneurs. Tell me about Marketing Solutions DOT Exposure Magazine. What's that?
It is a marketing firm for small businesses, big businesses also.
Okay.
But right now I'm attracting the smaller businesses. They're to promote and inspire, showing different ways their company can be of value to them and to their prospects. I share the wow.
Now, you guys also do a piece with human trafficking. Could you talk a little bit about that?
We partner with TruckersAgainstTrafficking.com, and it's really bad. Well, all over the United States, human trafficking is bad. Boys and girls as young as the age of 9 being stuck into the back of 18-wheelers and carted across state lines for the purpose of prostitution and slavery. Yes, slavery in the United States of America.
And so, on the map, what's the corridor that they use?
Looking at this map right here, there's really bad what they call the I-10 corridor, which is Interstate 10 from coast to coast, but it's fed by the I-35 corridor, which is slavery or the slave traffic out of Mexico up I-35 and into the rest of the United States.
Hi, we are back with Entrepreneur's Edge TV and our final guest, Mr. Daymond John, who is on ABC's Shark Tank right now, but we also, a lot of us are familiar with him from the FUBU brand. So Mr. John, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about, you were here at the Small Business Summit today. Can you just give us a little bit about what you shared with the audience here today and why it's important as a small business entrepreneur?
Well, you know, I shared various points on how to become a shark or remain a shark. I think that all entrepreneurs were faced with ups and downs no matter where you are in your career. And, you know, I try to give people the insight of some mistakes I may have made, as well as some goals and some ways to set goals. Sometimes you're not going to know how you're going to figure it out, but you need to at least know the market you want to go after. I wanted to share with people that they have to love their customer. You see, a lot of times entrepreneurs go out because their need to become wealthy or their need to, no, what are you selling to your customer? Why will they believe you? And are you delivering on that promise? So those are a couple of things that I shared today.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you're still doing things with FUBU in the fashion industry, which I believe that you are. Is there still a market for fashion? Is it viable? The industry's changed so much. I wonder if that's still a viable market.
Traditional fashion of the t-shirt brands and the jean brands are not viable at this time as viable before because, you know, people can't pay their rent. But the accessory market is doing well, and, you know, if I was to give anybody advice, if they want to go into fashion, that's the area that they should go into.
Okay, and real quick, I know you have to run, your 5 principles that you left today.
Well, first of all, set your goals. Second of all, do your homework. Third, you have to do what you love. The next one is remember that we invest in people and not anything else, and that you have to keep trying.
how long has your business been in existence? People think you just, yeah.
18 years.
Yeah.
18 years. So it was a pre-internet thing. I started as a magazine in college.
What solution or tip or business idea or business tip would you leave with people who are watching this and they say, you know, I want to start my own web company and you know, I want to do what she's doing and be successful.
Like you're like, you know, find your idea and stick with it. I think that's one thing. 18 years long after the same idea, our model is, you know, while it's evolved, we're still solving the same problem. Which I think is important. It's not a time with the entrepreneur rather than sea of opportunity. So I think that is an important element. And number one trait, perseverance.
Angie Hicks, Angie List. Angie's List, thank you. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back with our next guest. Our special guest is Mr. Les Brown, and a lot of you may be familiar with him, and then some of you may not, but you're going to tell us a little bit about who you are and your background and why people need to know you today.
Well, I speak for major corporations around the world. Been doing it for 43 years. I'm teaching them how to develop their leadership voice, how to bring out the best in them, and how to begin to manifest their greatness. And I also teach and coach people on how to use their story and their knowledge to build a financial empire.
So, could you just tell me a little bit about what you feel has been your greatest achievement being an entrepreneur, and in what industry do you like the most?
The speaking industry, I think the greatest achievement, if I looked at it again, I would say speaking in the Georgia Dome to over 80,000 people. It can be seen on YouTube. Thousands of people around the world have seen that motivational presentation you said, and it changed their lives. I consider that to be high, as well as traveling internationally with Richard Branson and Robert Kiyosaki and other individuals in this industry that are considered giants. And speaking for major corporations, because I don't have any college training and no experience in this area, and to be able to become an intellectual resource for them.
Okay. If you had to go back and do it all over again to be Les Brown, what would be the most exciting part of your journey?
To make the decision to do it even though I didn't believe in myself. It was 14 years that my mentor, Mike Williams, had to convince me that I could do this. But I didn't believe I could because I don't have a college education. And so I didn't give myself permission to do that which I felt in my heart. I made the mistake of asking myself, how would I do that? And I can say to those of you that are watching, don't ask yourself, how will you live your dream? How is none of your business. My favorite book says, commit thy works unto the Lord and thy thoughts should be established. Make the commitment and the how will show up.
Wow. Okay, so what do you say to an entrepreneur in today's market? You know, regardless of what industry they go into. You know, the economy's tough, you know, the markets have changed a lot. What's key piece of information, what you say about somebody who's just starting out?
Don't use the language that everyone else uses. Don't say the market is tough. The market is what it is. It doesn't matter. What's most important is your willingness to do what it is you want to do that represents your passion and your drive. Commit yourself and understand you will fail your way to success.
Okay. And lastly, I was going to ask you what's a day in the life of Les Brown, if you want to talk a little bit about that.
I'm training 100,000 voices of hope outside of religion and outside of politics, both of which I believe polarize and divide people, and teach them how to develop a message of hope, and there's hope in the future that gives you power in the present, how to inspire people to expand their skill set. There's no shortage of opportunity, there's a shortage of capacity to take advantage of the opportunities that are here, and to create communities of collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships, because we can't make it by ourselves.
And I have the pleasure of introducing you to the wonderful people who put this event on. They are Teresa and Charles Brown. Hi, guys.
Hello, hello.
Thanks for having us. Thank you for joining me. So let's talk about what EPNET 5000 is. Who would like to answer that question? Charles, okay.
I'll tackle that one. EPNET 5000, EPNET has already been established, which is Entrepreneurs and Professionals Network. EPNET 5000 just takes it a little bit further, so it's not just networking and building relationships, but now we're actually trying to reach over 5,000 entrepreneurs and professionals to be able to collaborate, come together, and actually work together so everybody eats. So it's not just me and my business and making money and leaving someone behind, but it's how can I help you and your business, how can you help me and mine, and how can we work together?
Okay, and I appreciate that. That's great, and that's the purpose of why we do Entrepreneurs Edge TV. It is about empowering, educating in making entrepreneurs and small business people stronger. Now, let's talk about your business. What is your business in? What industry?
The industry is actually life insurance and financial planning. Charles L. and Associates LLC. Feel free to visit the website, talktocharles.com. And what we actually do is educate people on how to retire safely. If you think about it, back in the 80s, you go into a McDonald's or something like that, a teenager is working. You go in there today, it's someone 65, 70, 72 years old. And it's not because they want to, it's because they have to. So we educate people on how to not let that be you. I'll see you later.
Teresa, let's talk about EPNET 5000. What's the event about?
Well, the event is all about collaboration and entrepreneurs working together, because we see a lot in this area that no one wants to work together. So we decided we're going to just take that initiative upon ourselves to make people come together, collaborate, and we're going to do all over the country.
And so your speaker tonight is Les Brown. How'd you guys end up getting Les as your speaker, and why?
Actually, Les Brown is a personal friend. I've known him for probably like 5 or 6 years, and he is the epitome of leaving a legacy and also about collaboration. He collaborates with all kinds of corporate 5,000 companies, and so we just decided that he would be the perfect person to come and talk to these people about collaboration and taking their businesses to the top, not to the next level, to the top, because he's internationally known. And so that's what we're trying to get our entrepreneurs to realize, that you don't have to just have it all to yourself. You can collaborate and expand worldwide.
You know, and I think that's really a key point that you make, because it is not about having it all. Sometimes it's just about being really good in your own niche and being comfortable with that. And for some people, you know, being successful can mean many things. What do you hope that the people attending your event tonight will leave with? What's the message you want them to get from this event tonight?
The message is actually what we were talking about before, just being able to come together, and not just coming together, but the message from us that we're here for them. So if there's any way we can help someone's business to grow, if we can help them, that's great. If we can't, how can I put this person with someone that can help their business grow?
And I have to say, I really appreciate the invitation. And Teresa, I appreciate you, you know, and truly, Teresa stepped out and she was very passionate, and she said to me, look, Janice, if you are really about helping entrepreneurs and business people, come, let's make it happen. So I appreciate you for that, because there are a number of people who really are afraid to help other people, and I don't know, we'll probably never have the answer to that. But if people want to contact you or go to a website, how do they do that?
The website is www.epnetonline.com. That's epnetonline.com, or our office number is 301-262-3472.
My pleasure. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Charles Brown. Okay, guys, 1 second. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll be back.